Go back about a week ago, and I just wanted to talk about the first round match and then where you've come since. And it's a tough start for you at this whole tournament.
Yeah, it definitely has been from low to high, not starting at my best, and then each day um, recovering as training at the same time. So yeah, very happy with the evolution of how I started.
Hi. It may sound dramatic, but is it a little bit like coming back from a coma 2 years ago and suddenly wake up and start again to play like you were used to? And how do you explain these 2 years of troubles?
I think a coma is a pretty strong
I think
comment.
dramatically, I was.
I would say I think those years were less successful if you compare them to my previous years. That's how I see it. I don't see it at all as a coma. I just think you struggle as a player, and there is moments where things don't go your way. You just have to be patient and go through the rough moments and just hang in there, and it will come back again.
Thoughts on that? So this is the first time since 2014 that you've been unseated in a Grand Slam. What are your thoughts going into the semifinals, and does that make that much more special, and why?
It is always special to get to deep in a Grand Slam. Very excited to be playing tomorrow again, and it's a very long tournament. You have very tough opponents, not being seeded as well. So I'm just happy that I'm going through every match, and we'll have to see it more.
Garbine, you and Simone played each other 5 times, but some of those matches have come in big stages, a Fed Cup or a Grand Slam semifinal, etc., Sensi final. Just wondering, in your eyes, how do you view your rivalry with Simone?
I think it's a tough match. I think that no matter when you play top 5, it's always deep in the tournament. So it's a semifinal. So of course I'm expecting a big player, and excited to play another battle against her.
What impresses you most about Simone's game?
I think she's a very solid player, and she plays very consistency through all these years.
Garbine, given how your state physically when you arrived in Melbourne, did this result seem far away? Was this an expectation for you, given just where you were at, when the tournament began?
I wasn't thinking that far away because I came, not feeling great, so I wasn't really thinking how far will I go. I had enough already thinking how I'm gonna go practice today, so I took every day at a time, and like that each day I was, gaining a better feeling instead of getting frustrated thinking in the future.
How does it feel to have a Hall of Famer as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, that's I found out yesterday too, so pretty exciting. I think she's happy about it because it's such an honor, and I think she deserves it. I mean, she's been nominated, I think, a couple of times already, so very happy to get it. Proud of her.
I want to correct the previous question. I didn't want to be rude. I'd like to know if in these 2 years you had doubts about yourself, if you were struggling psychologically for the difficulties you were going through, and how did you come out, and what was the toughest moment?
I think the toughest moment is when you work hard, work like before or even harder, and you don't feel like results are coming fast. So I think that's the tricky part of us, that athletes sometimes can get a little bit desperate and get too impatient about it. And just because it's very tough to be for so many years in the top of the game and being that consistent, I feel like it's something super hard to do, and barely few players can hold that for many, many years in a row.
Even though it's a very different activity, I'm curious if the Kilimanjaro experience you had feels at all like a sort of victory that can give you confidence coming into this season?
I mean, it definitely was a life-changing experience. I, cannot give a simple answer to such a complicated question because it's not the right moment to talk about it. But it definitely had an impact on me. I think not as a tennis player, just in general. Being through such a tough challenge, I think that did many things inside of me.
Conchita said coming to the net is the thing that you and she is working with recently. So why did you feel like you needed to come to the net more often? Because you are very good at baseline.
I feel like it's part of my game. I've always liked to be at the net. Always, did my doubles work and very excited always to go forward. And I don't fear it. I don't fear going for it. I think sometimes you gotta just go forward and finish the point. And I think that's the way to play.
I'm going to take the last two in English, Courtney and then Reem.
Garbine, Naomi Osaka was talking about winning slams and about how when she won her first slam, she realized how difficult it is to actually win a slam, and maybe there's a little bit pressure she feels going forward. Simone was saying when she won her slam, because she had failed a few times before, it actually relaxed her. She felt that it was now possible. From your perspective as also a two-time major champion, what's your kind of opinion on that for yourself? Like, did having that success change how you view this process of playing a slam and trying to win one?
I think it's very hard. I think people forget how hard it is and expect, always top players to deal with that, and it is very hard. I think that once you have done it, it definitely gives you a certain confidence that you can handle 2 weeks competition, Grand Slam, playing many matches, and not a lot of people can say that they have done it. In my case, I know it's where I feel the most motivated. So I just, don't think too much about it. I'm just happy to be here and, excited to see how far I can go.
Garbine, just a quick follow-up on Ben's question. I'm curious, when you say it's not the right time to talk about it, is it because it was such like a profound experience for you and emotionally you don't want to go there now, or what are your reasons behind that?
Yeah, I think more like of that. Yeah, I think it's not the right moment now in a tournament. At this stage, I think it's not the right moment. I will definitely share, and I'll be happy to have my experience because I think people will be I think it's fun to hear.